What's going on? Kenny Nutjob, about to play some Fallout 4. So, I mean, I've played this game in the past. I don't remember anything. I mean, I had a couple things that happened in the game that I do remember, but I just didn't really get into it. I felt like I had no time or anything. I mean, I was just making excuses why I couldn't play it. But now I'm back. I just got back into Skyrim. I was using mods. Something happened in Skyrim. It really pissed me off, and it had nothing to do with mods. It's just a straight up glitch in the game that just hasn't been fixed, and it ruined my character completely because I didn't want to be OP. But in this game, though, we're gonna see what's going on. I had a few mods. I don't, like I said, I don't remember much about this game, so I don't know what I really need, what I don't. So I'll probably add more later. We'll just see. I might take some of these out. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna start a new game, and here we go. I can't like really remember the mods. I mean, it's all basic shit like graphics and performance and details. I know I got a player home. It's a real small one. Um, Immersive movement and gameplay. Like it's supposed to be harder, better like not better recoil, but worse recoil. I'd say make it more realistic. I got different sounds to make it more realistic. I made it like prettier, like more green, not so wasteland like. I don't know. Just simple stuff like that. Better lights. I can't think of anything else. Oh yeah, so I hated the settlement thing. I hate the settlement thing. I mean, it's a cool idea, whatnot, but not for a game so big. I don't want to focus on doing Minecraft shit and then also focus on this open world game, doing all these quests, going to find stuff. Like, I don't want to do all that. Like, ugh, so much time consuming. So I just like, I don't even know where I was going with this, but oh yeah, I made it where I have all the stuff to build anything I want at settlements because I don't even want to deal with that. And I'm not even going to be doing it. I'm going to have my wife do it.
War never
Because
changes.
she likes building shit, so I'll let her deal with that. But mainly I'm just going to be using the player home. My settlers can go die or whatnot. I don't care.
In the year 1945,
One thing that sucks is I don't know who I can kill and who I can't kill, so that's what I'm going to be worried about here.
serving in the army,
I know I can't get trophies or anything, but it's not a big deal.
wondered when he'd get to go home to his wife and the son he'd never seen.
Okay, that's what they were talking about. Presents. Other
got
face.
his wish.
Presents.
When the U.S.
They try to like add it.
by dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The world awaited Armageddon. Instead,
Look at that model. That's sweet.
something miraculous happened. We began to use atomic energy not as a weapon, but as a nearly limitless source of power.
Oh, there we go. That's how it
People
happened.
enjoyed luxuries once thought the realm of science fiction. Domestic
We
robots,
just jumped technology super quick.
fusion-powered cars.
So it still took place back in the
Portable
day.
computers.
We just got really good quickly.
But then, in the 21st century,
21st century.
people
2000s.
awoke from the American dream. Years of consumption led to shortages of every major resource. The entire world unraveled.
Damn.
Peace became a distant memory. It is now the year 2077. We stand on the brink of total war. And I am afraid. For myself. For my wife. For my infant son. Because if my time in the army taught me one thing, it's that war never changes.
Nope. It's always the same outcome. Someone wins, someone loses. There's a bunch of deaths follow. Here we go.
War
Nice.
never
Call this
changes.
dude.
You're gonna knock
You
him
guys
dead
about
at the
to learn
Veterans
a
Hall tonight, hun.
little history
think?
thing that I just found out about Fallout 4. It's
Absolutely.
intense.
Now get ready and stop hogging the mirror.
Right.
Alright, we'll make my character while we do this phone call too. I think I might go with that.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yo, dude. So, I don't know, I just want to tell someone about this. It's just random. But I learned this fact about Fallout 4 when trying to find a mod that I couldn't find. And it's like, it's dark. It's a dark fact. That, like, people in Fallout probably just don't know. But if you learn it, you're like, oh, damn.
Like about the game, basically?
It's actually about a player. A fan.
okay.
A fan of the game. So I was trying to find some mods, and there was this one mod that literally added 100 new weapons to the game that the NPCs, like raiders and all that stuff, could carry. You could craft them, you could find them around. I was like, that's badass. And like they were like, they're all balanced. None of them are like overpowered. It just adds to the game. I'm like, that's badass. Like, it's exactly what I would want in a game, like as a mod. Just add more content to it, more diversity. So I'm looking for it. I'm like, dude, I can't find this nowhere. So I tried again, searching it, and like, cause sometimes like when I'm watching these videos, it might say who made it, but it was uploaded to the PS4 as a different name. So I was trying to do that, couldn't find it, and usually I just give up at this point. But I was like, no, I really want this mod. So what's up? So I even went on Google to try to find it, and dude, PlayStation took it off because this guy committed suicide.
Oh, what? That sucks.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, his suicide note was in the mod. Sign and
Oh,
the guy that gives you the
I
note.
heard about that, actually.
Oh, really?
Something
Yeah.
like-
The guy that gives you the note is him in real life, his name, and it's signed by his name. Yeah. So this guy made an amazing mod and then committed suicide and put his note in there. Hey, what's up?
Never mind.
What'd you need?
Oh, I heard mom coming.
Oh, well, you should be sitting down. That doesn't matter if mom came in. You should be sitting down, focused on school. But yeah, when I heard that, I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's crazy.
like,
Didn't he like fucking like sign his name on one of the walls or something? Isn't that like how his name was left in there?
he signed it on a note. He signed it on a note.
In
On
the
his
game?
yeah, in the game.
Oh, okay.
And I was like,
Yeah,
what?
that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's wild.
I was like, damn, that's some dark shit right there. Like he has there's other mods in there that you can download by him, but not that one because of that. And I guess you can still get it on Xbox and PC, but PlayStation's like, nah, we're strict.
Yeah. Man, I wonder if like if you had so that's on PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
So if you had like the mod or the update or whatever on like a USB drive, would you
Oh,
theoretically
so I looked that up. Well, I didn't really look that up too. Somebody, when I was trying to figure out what happened to the mod, somebody was talking about something like that. So a USB probably most likely wouldn't work because PlayStation would have like a firewall, some sort, security wall, that's not going to allow you to upload content like that. Also, though, anyone that had the mod before they took it down, it'll say this mod cannot be used. So you'll have to delete it. And then before deleting it, it'll say, are you sure you want to delete this? If it's not uploaded to Bethesda.net, you'll never be able to use this mod again. And that's the thing, you can't use it anyway, so you have to get rid of it.
yeah, that's crazy. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, like so for PlayStation, I have the game PT, and that game never released. I only have the demo. But
I think I remember you telling me about that. It was like a horror game, kind of.
yeah, super scary, hella scary. It was going to be ridiculously scary if that came out. It was Silent Hill versus Resident Evil at the time. But yeah, so just because I downloaded that game, they still won't let me re-download it because it's like it's just taken off the store. But I think it's dumb because if I've downloaded it in the past, I should be able to re-download it, even if it's not in the store anymore to download. But the only way you can play that game now is if you never deleted it from your PlayStation.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah. So it's like it is considered the rarest PlayStation thing out there right now.
That's crazy. I wonder if like a PlayStation that still has it would
Yeah,
be
it would
worth
sell. Yeah.
extra money.
I would say yes. I would say yes, but you would have to keep it secret, or you could probably get in trouble.
Right.
PlayStation sue your ass.
Why wasn't that one released?
The creators had a disagreement.
Oh, that's right.
That's so dumb.
Yeah.
Had a disagreement. Like, do you see the thing that you guys were making? Well, too bad. Too bad.
Yeah, that shit happens. That shit happens a decent bit.
Yeah.
Actually, like super recently, like within the last couple of weeks, or like possibly this week, I don't really remember. But there was a leaked Nintendo 64 game that was never released because it was basically, I don't remember exactly what it was, but basically like I think it might have been a Rareware game, so the same company that released like Banjo-Kazooie and like Donkey Kong Country and all that shit. They had this game, I don't even remember what it's called. I think it was called like Dinosaur fucking Peak or Dinosaur Adventure or something stupid.
Yeah.
But what ended up happening is that eventually it was like towards the end of the N64's life, and like the GameCube was already in the works.
My
and stuff.
handsome husband.
So what ended up happening with this game is it was like purchased by I guess Nintendo or whatever, and like handed off to a different studio or something. I don't quite remember the details, but basically that game became Star Fox Adventures on the GameCube. But like a lot of stuff was changed about it because like it was basically like the game was similar enough to Star Fox that they were able to like, brand it with Star Fox and like change some stuff up or whatever.
Yeah.
The original Nintendo 64 source code and shit was leaked recently, so that's like a new thing that people have been like playing. Like they'll throw it up on an emulator and like play it to test it out and stuff. So that's like kind of a crazy fucking thing that happened recently, like super recently.
Hello, handsome.
Damn. That's actually pretty crazy.
I think it might have been called Dinosaur Planet. Is what the name might have been. It's like Dinosaur something. I don't quite remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, dude, that's fucking sweet. That like somebody literally found like somebody had it on like, I don't know if it was like an old test N64 cartridge, or if they had like the information saved to a disc or something. But like they had this thing that was saved, and I don't know if it was at like a garage sale or something akin to a garage sale. But like somebody basically like bought it and picked it up from this person that had like had it saved all these years, and then that person that bought it went and leaked it onto the internet. So now it's like now I could go and grab it and play it if I wanted to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah, that is sweet. That is sweet.
I love that shit.
I was like, I'm trying to think of the videos I was watching. I think I was watching like games that like turned out to be amazing, but even though they just didn't have the budget they wanted or like the help they needed to make the game even better, because it like had bugs and it was like weird, and they could have definitely fixed this up and fixed that up, but overall the game was still great. We just wish they would have came back in and somebody would have helped them a little bit. So I was watching stuff like that, and I was talking to Heidi. I was like, yeah, it's so crazy that shit happens. Like, it's just like, and they don't even get a sequel because like they go bankrupt still, even though they sold enough copies, everything.
Exactly. It's like, well, you guys basically forced us to release an unfinished game, so like, of course, the game wasn't gonna do as well as it otherwise would have.
Right.
It's like people always get constrained by like time frames and
Such
stuff.
pretty
Like, oh,
eyes.
you have to release the game by this time. That's what fucked up. What was that game that everyone was super hyped for? No Man's Sky?
No Man's Sky, yeah.
Yeah, that was another game where it's like if they just would have like taken longer to like before they released it, it probably would have been more popular.
Yeah, not bad.
Right, right. Well, they also need to test their game better. It sounded like to me.
I mean, there was well, really the biggest problem was that they basically like when they were talking this game up and like going to conferences and like basically advertising for the game previous to its release, they basically heavily implied that like there would be multiplayer interaction.
Right, right.
They basically implied that like if
They
you were
just
to, like,
that's what I was
go
telling.
out-
I was I was just having this conversation with her.
Be able to find other people's shit and find like what other people had done and run into them and stuff.
Right.
And that's just not fucking how the game was. Like they basically just lied.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't think they knew the game was online. I think they always just assumed. Like, yeah, you're on the same server as I am? Yeah, it says the same name. Alright, cool. That must mean we're online. It must mean we're multiplayer.
Yeah, but the fucking like the developers for the game, they had like conferences and stuff where they were like talking about the game and stuff, and like basically they got like basically people had brought up the question like, hey, are we gonna be able to like interact with other people? Like, is this gonna be a multiplayer experience?
Yeah.
And like they basically said
Yes.
yes.
They just said yes.
They're
They said you could
yeah.
do all this other stuff too. You'd be able to build cities and all that other stuff and interact with other people's stuff, and there was none of that.
All kinds of shit.
There
that
was
you
like
didn't end up being
none
able
of
to
that.
do.
Yeah, that was one of them that popped up saying that the game was released was No Man's Sky, and it's like, yeah, even though the game bombed and everyone was mad about it, over time they came out with DLC and they were able to deliver. That's like, yeah.
That's what I heard, is that like as time had passed, they were able to add some of that stuff, but it's like by that time, the hype had come and gone. Like they missed their window. Everybody that was already super hyped for No Man's Sky had already bought it and was disappointed by it. So none of those people were fucking like, well, not enough of those people were like keeping
Such a
track
cute
of these
nose.
updates and shit. So it was.
Exactly. That's why I dropped off. My brother and my friends went back to it, and they're like, "No, it's so amazing now. You got to come back. You got to come see it." I came back and saw it once, and I saw that you could build like your own base and stuff. And then I was like, "See, I already put so much time into this. I don't want to go do it again to get the materials to build a base now. Like I've already did that. I'm not doing it again."
Everybody, their customer base that was like heavily invested into the game, they had already come and gone. They had already experienced the
Exactly. I put like 2 weeks into that game, like trying to find something cool.
Too fucking too little, too late. They just fucked up.
Right. No. Freaking. Yeah. No. It's just it sucks. And I was telling her, I was like, it's crazy to think that there's these games out there that were probably so amazing, and then there's like they didn't finish. They just didn't finish at all.
Yeah.
But then these creators of those games still have those games. They're there, like sitting on the side on a shelf, like, oh yeah, that's a Bully 2. Bully 2. Yeah, Bully 2. There was no such a thing.
What surprised me is that we never got another Spore. We never got like Spore 2 or anything that was like in that same vein of
type of things.
Progress and stuff.
Right.
It was so weird too because the game was so successful.
Well, actually, I mean, have you heard of the
a lot of money from that game.
Have you heard of the one that has like apes? I don't know what it's called, but like you're the god of these apes, and it's basically talking about evolution, how we came from apes, and you can teach, like, as these apes grow up and become more intelligent, they'll start to evolve into humans and stuff, and then they can turn into like super futuristic. As long as you're a good god, as long as you're like helping them.
It's not a new game that you're talking about. It's one that's been around for a while.
I would say it's been around for a while. It looked like it, man. I've never heard of it until I saw it on one of these videos.
Are you talking about Black and White?
Oh, I don't know. Do you have a?
Called Black and White, maybe?
I don't know. It could be. I don't know. I don't remember.
Kind of like that, called Black and White. That's like the closest thing that I was ever able to find a Spore.
Okay.
There's a new game called The Universum that was like
Yep, I remember that one.
newer. I don't even know what the fuck happened to that game. I think they're still like trying to make it cool, but fucking, I was ready for that game like years ago.
Yeah, when the Kickstarter was going.
You should have brought that game to me fucking a long time ago. Apparently it's out. Apparently you can buy it. It says development started in April 2014. That's probably like when I was like, oh shit, I gotta fucking play this game. Now it's fucking like 7 years later. But I mean, apparently it's got like super good reviews actually. It's a 9 out of 10 on Steam.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it says, oh what? It says it was released June 15th, 2021. Oh wait.
Hun,
Why don't you see if breakfast is ready?
It's literally not. It's early access. Those sons of bitches haven't even released the game yet.
No.
What the fuck? Those absolute motherfuckers. How does it have good reviews if it's like? Well, I guess early access means that like people can still play it. Here's the top review in the last 30 days. 11.8 hours on record, not recommended. Universum. After 6 years, still one planet and no universe.
Yeah.
Hold on to your money for a bit till the game is released. It smells like anything related to the rest of the universe will be presented as DLC to make the game remotely interesting after.
wonder what Sean will grow up to be.
It says 48 people found this review helpful. Man, that's rough.
Yeah. No, that is rough.
That's rough. I'd be mad if I fucking spent money on that. I was honestly just waiting to fucking steal the game. I was like, I'll just get it for free once it's sweet. But I don't think it's sweet yet. It sounds like it might not ever be sweet. The most recent review, 8.5 hours played. It says the game is a total waste of money. Don't buy it. You have to manage a very small planet. The building are ugly. The roads are not at all. It says the building are ugly. The roads are not at all. The planet is they terribly misspelled beautiful, and they keep spelling small, S-M-O-L-L, small, but small, and the sun is a joke. It's rotate around the planet, LOL. The atmosphere is not at all the universum. It needs way more. It needs more and more fixes before. Dude, that was painful to read. Fucking 50% of those words were like terribly misspelled. Like actually, they couldn't even spell fixes right. They couldn't spell small right. They couldn't spell very right.
That's ridiculous.
But I mean, they're probably fucking right.
Yeah, they probably are. That's how bad it is. They can't even type it.
Yeah, they're so frustrated. They're sitting there like shaking, trying to tape out this review. This game
Right.
fucked me.
They're typing it so hard and fast that their keys are just coming out of the keyboard. Sorry for all the misspelled words. I was so frustrated that my keyboard broke while typing this.
This game made me so frustrated that while typing a review, I had to buy another
Keyboard to
and then
finish
that
it.
one broke. Oh, sons of bitches. But yeah, dude, where's fucking Spore 2, dude?
Right.
I'm still fucking waiting.
Well,
Waiting for it.
speaking of the games that never like got finished or the bankruptcy and stuff like that. So there was this one game, I guess. I don't remember what it was, but I guess it was really, really good. But then the company ran out of money and whatnot and had to close down. But the game was so good, the shitty part, at the very end, it was left on a cliffhanger as if there was going to be a sequel. There was supposed to be a sequel. And they couldn't because they ran out of money.
Oh, that sucks.
And I was like, that does suck. How could you have such a good game and then you're ready for a sequel and it's never happening?
I feel like that shit happens all the time. People just get like so hyped, like, oh shit, people like this. Well then, we're gonna make this fucking crazy thing, and then like before they're done with it, they're like, wait, we ran out of money. Like people just like those companies just aren't good at managing money.
Yeah, do you remember this game? Like I never played or anything, but I remember seeing it. but it was like this cartoony looking Grim Reaper guy. He like has a skull face, but it's really cartoony looking. It was called like
Like the game
Grim.
that
It was
game
called
that
Grim
actually came out,
something.
you mean?
Yeah, it came back out in the day. I think it came out on PS2 and other things. It was called Grim something.
I feel like I kind of remember what you're talking about. I mean,
Yeah, he
that
kind of
was
looks like
what kind
the Bone guy from One Piece, but more cartoony. You know, he's like he has clothes on and stuff, so you don't
Yeah,
see his
yeah.
rib cage. Well, this game, I guess, came from a creator of another company that he was really good at making other games, but he was like, I want to make my first adventure game, so he made this, and it just did horribly. But it did horrible because it wasn't advertised really well, and it kind of bombed. It did bomb, but the game was amazing. Everyone loved it and everything. The people that did play it, but the guy was like, "Well, it bombed. I'm not making another one." Even though he didn't even hear that how good it actually did. He's like, I'm
That's
not doing
another
it.
problem. People like, I mean, it really has to be a perfect storm of a bunch of things. Like it has to be like people have to know what they're getting into. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like it doesn't really matter how good the game is. It's like if people are expecting to play Skyrim and they get Mario, it's just not going to work. Mario might be super awesome, but if people are expecting to play Skyrim and then they spend their money and then all of a sudden they're playing Mario, it's like, what happened?
yeah, exactly.
Like, what is this?
But yeah,
Tough one.
that's all I was calling for. I just thought I was just like, whoa, way to just fucking destroy my day learning about suicide.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. I just watched this fucking...
Thanks, Codsworth.
I just watched this crazy fucking movie, actually. I think it was like this animated movie from the 80s, I want to say. Here, let me look at what the name of it was. Oh, it was called Barefoot Gen. And, yeah, don't watch that movie.
Grognak the Barbarian in the Jungle of the Bat Babies.
Traumatizing.
Wow.
This movie is like... It's basically like,
sounds like someone made a stick.
like the first half of the movie, it takes place in Japan, right? It takes place in like Hiroshima or whatever. So the first half of the movie is it's about like this family. So there's this young boy named Gen, and he's got like a little brother and an older sister and two parents. And like the first half of the movie is like getting you familiar with like this family and their struggles. So the mother is pregnant, right? But they're like, it's basically kind of a struggle to get like as much food as necessary because the time period for this movie is during World War II, basically.
Okay.
So they're like, the beginning half of the movie is like getting you familiar with, this family and their struggles and shit. And then halfway through the movie, the fucking atomic bomb gets dropped, and you just see like this. You see all of these people in the city just get like vaporized, and people
Wait,
are
what's it
walking
called?
around like zombies, and their skin's all dripping off, and their eyeballs are hanging out.
Children
of their
too,
sockets
right?
and shit. What's that?
You see children too, right?
Oh, children.
Yeah, what's it
fucking
called? What's it called?
Animals. It's called what's it called? Hold on. It's called Barefoot Gen.
I think I watched like this Mojo thing with top 10 like really gruesome, messed up animes or something like that, and I think this is one that they put up there. It's just like, whoa, dude, that's graphic.
Because, yeah, dude,
And it was probably
like,
banned in certain
the
places.
2 or 3 minutes of like the animation for the actual bomb getting dropped and like what's happening to the people and shit. Dude, it's fucking gnarly, absolutely gruesome.
Yeah.
The second half of the movie is like basically this kid's family dies except for him and his mom. So like the second half of the movie is like this kid is having to like fucking take care of his turbo pregnant mom and like has to like try to find her like food and milk and shit.
Yeah.
Like she ends up having the baby, and like the baby starts off healthy, but it starts getting sick because of all the fucking radiation and stuff. Like it's fucking traumatizing. traumatizing, dude.
Yeah, I think this movie was banned in like certain countries and stuff due to the fact that it like reminded people of that terrible event.
Traumatizing people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's supposed to be like, you know, realistic.
Yeah,
It's supposed
exactly.
To actually it would depict like what had happened and shit.
Open
but, dude,
people's
it's
eyes to
fucking
the stuff.
gnarly.
Yeah.
It's bad.
No, yeah,
It's not, like,
yeah.
it's not a bad movie, but it's like, you don't feel good after watching it.
Right. You seen Goblin Slayer?
Goblin Slayer?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen that one. Is that like another older movie?
It's not. It's a anime series, but I don't.
Is it like a newer one that's happening?
It might be a newer one. I don't know how new it is. Like I think the second season like came out like last year or something like that, the year before. I don't remember. I've only seen the first episode because the first episode is really messed up, really messed up. And I had to see it. Once I heard about it, I was like, I want to see this. I want to see how messed up this is. And it's messed up. Like I regret watching it. Like freaking okay, so you know how like animes, like the characters, they're adults, but they look like children, right?
Right.
So I guess these people are adults. I don't know. They might be children. I don't know. But I mean, the main character, the Goblin Slayer, he's an adult. You can definitely tell he's an adult. But so this world, it's pretty much like World of Warcraft. You know, you grow up, you want to be a Goblin Slayer, you want to go out there and be an adventurer. So these people team up. There's like it looks like a bunch of kids, like 5 of them, 4 or 5 of them. And they go to the quest center or something like that, and they're like, yeah, here's your first mission, go defeat this goblin or something like that. And they're like, all right, we're going to go do it, yeah. And they got a mage with them, and they got a swords person, and an archer or something like that. They just got a little group. They're all happy, feeling good, getting in there. And then they realize goblins are not, this is not for kids. This is real. This is really like, you don't just come out thinking that you're going to take down some enemies, level 1 enemies. No. You're gonna get fucked, and all the kids die, I think except for one. Like they die brutally. Like the goblins like trick them going in, and then they get lost, and the goblins come up behind them. They like impale them with their own swords. One of the girls get raped by the goblins. Like the other goblins hold them down as this one big goblin comes in and rapes her, and then they kill her. And they show everything, like there's no nudity and everything, but they show it in detail. Like everyone, this kid's like on the ground, paralyzed, can't move, dying, watching this other girl get raped and everything by the goblins. They're all about to die. And then the Goblin Slayer shows up and he kills them all real easily. But then you like one of the kids, he has a sword and he starts swinging it. They even tell him, they're like, that's probably not a good idea to have such a long sword in such a small space. And right when he tries to fight the goblins, immediately his sword hits the ceiling, hits the walls, because he can't fucking swing it in there. So yeah, they just were unprepared, and then it's a really messed up first episode. Because you see these children like get stabbed, strangled, neck slit, fucking, raped.
That's crazy. Did you ever see Sword Art Online?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't actually have anything to say about it. I was just
wondering. I was like, wait a second, there was a messed up early pen. I swear that was on Toonami, man. Like, Jesus.
I'm looking at the like description of Goblin Slayer on Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
I just love this. I just love this first thing that it says. Right under more information, it's just a quick quote. It says, "I'm not saving the world. I just kill goblins."
Yeah, that's the protagonist of the thing. I think that's the main character. He's just a badass. He's a badass the entire time. He just fucks up goblins. Yeah, he's not here to be your friend or anything.
That's funny. That is funny, and it has like an actual description under it. But I just love that first part. Like, that's funny.
Yeah. No, I didn't get into it. Did you hear? Did you ever check out the one about the roaches from like Mars?
I don't know.
That one's like, they're like humanoid roaches, and they're fucking deadly as fuck. They're like, they have like roach powers, so they're like super fast, super immortal, can't be hurt by anything.
and they're ruthless. They kill anything they see.
That sounds crazy.
And like to defeat them, I think the humans have to like get like animal powers and shit. So they have to like transform, and then when they transform, they can fuck up the roaches bad. And
They're
but
like Animorphs.
yeah, they're like Animorphs, but the roaches know. Like the roaches know, like if they transform, we might be fucked for a second. So the roaches are so fucking fast. They'll like, I seen this one scene. Like I haven't watched the show at all, but I watched this one scene that they were about to snipe this roach, and they're like, "I got him. Should I take the shot? Take the shot." And they went to go take the shot. It was too late. The fucking roach already knew, and he fucking zoomed over there, and they shot the bullet, but all of a sudden his fucking head was already sliced off.
Damn.
Yeah, he was already dead. The roach was already there, and then people were like, "Oh my god, he's here! Oh my god!" And he just kills everyone. There was one where this girl was about to do her Animorph thing, and he was just like, cancel. And he comes in and just rips her fucking arms off and slices her head off. And it's like, you think they're main characters too. My brother's seen it. He's like, yeah, you'll be following this character and you think they're gonna be good. Like, oh, that's a main character. Nope, dead instantly. Next scene, just they're dead.
That's how I felt about the fucking, I mean, I kind of already knew what was coming with the movie about the atomic bomb or whatever.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the entire movie, like, the entire first half of the movie is spent with, this character, Gen, and his, like, little brother, basically. And then his little brother is one of the people that fucking die. I was like, what the fuck?
Damn.
And, like, they fucking, like, they basically, this kid and his mom, his pregnant mom, basically, like, see the rest of their family, like, they're basically, like, they're crushed underneath the debris from their house that collapsed.
Yeah.
But they're like alive. So, this kid and his mom are trying to, like, lift up this debris, but it's, like, too heavy. So basically, they fucking watch, and, like, there's fucking, everything's burning, there's fire everywhere. So, like, basically, they fucking have to watch their family get, like, crushed and burned by the debris from their house that's, like, on fire. It's, like, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's like the first episode of Attack on Titan.
Crazy. And then, yeah, they're fucking, the kid that the pregnant mom has also doesn't survive because, like, they get sick from the radiation and shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. I was like, what the fuck?
What'd you watch this on, or you just found it on the internet?
I watched it on YouTube. They said it on YouTube.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I was like, what? Like, I had seen, I forget what it was, but something was like, I don't know, it wasn't the Watch Mojo video, but like something was talking about, I think I saw the artist that did that compared to like another artist that I had watched, like another animator. It was the animator had gotten compared to an animator that I had watched a different video on.
Yeah.
So it was like a recommended video, like, oh, here's this fucking animator that like nobody fucking knows shit about or ever talks about, and like doesn't even have an English Wikipedia page or anything, at least at the time of the video. So I was like, oh shit, I guess I haven't heard of this guy. And they were like, yeah, this is like his main thing, his thing that he's most well known for is this fucking movie.
Damn.
So I was like, shit, I'll go watch the movie. I watched it and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Dude, if you've seen that one, you gotta find you gotta look up What the Anime Is movie that's so messed up that the only way you were able to watch it back in the day is that he had to bring the movie to you to show you.
Oh, that's crazy.
And it's so messed up and crazy and fucked
the kind
up.
Of shit that I'd be trying to find it. I always love that, like the obscure media, you know, like the shit like not a whole lot of people have seen, or the shit that's like kind of hard to find or rare.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Like, yeah, you should be able to find it because there's like, I saw it on a Mojo thing, like messed up videos. But yeah, this one's banned in a lot of countries, and that was the only way you could watch it was he had to show up with the movie. He's like, here's my movie. And then you're like, okay, you're banned. Get out of our house.
That's the shit that I want to have leaked online. Like, find me that shit.
Yeah. I don't know what that one was called, but yeah, it uses some really obscure colors and stuff and art design, but it's really messed up. Like, I just remember it's like corpse like nudity, fucking people coming out of other people, fucking gore, intestines, all that shit, just fucking all fucked up, weird shit.
Yeah, I think actually the video that I had seen that I think that might have been one of the animators that the video that I saw was talking about. Cause I
Could have been. I most likely saw that video with the same movie you just saw.
What?
I'm pretty sure whatever video I saw about the movie I was just talking about had the same movie that you just saw in it too.
Yeah, that would make sense because I think I saw something similar that was talking about, like, I remember the specific thing that made me think that we might be talking about the same thing is when you said, like, people coming out of other people, because I remember the specific animation where this dude's jaw just like super unhinges, like really wide, and then something just fucking, something huge starts like climbing out of this dude's mouth basically.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell? That shit looks sweet. I love like stuff that's animated weirdly, like obscurely, because that stuff doesn't really happen so much anymore. Like a lot of stuff is animated very similar to how other stuff is animated, but some of that old stuff from like before the 2000s is like real fucking crazy in comparison.
Oh yeah, I mean it's because the world's changed so much.
Yeah.
I mean, like I was watching really bad on the way back from Michigan. I was watching like really bad video games and banned video games, and it's like PS2 they were dropping nudity in video games, just all the fucking like here and there. Like they had the BM Triple X, the stunt bike one where you're riding around with nude girls. They had the guy game where it was like Girls Gone Wild, and if you get the answers right, they are showing showing their tops. And with that game, I found out one of the girls that goes topless in it was underage, so the game was banned and taken off shelves and just straight up banned for like child pornography. So if you own that game, you technically have child pornography.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That is crazy. And that was stuff released on PS2.
There was all kinds of crazy stuff released on the PlayStation system.
Yeah. But nowadays you cannot have that. You are crazy to even think of something like that today. Huh?
I said over in Japan they had a variety of PlayStation releases that didn't end up over here.
Yeah.
Like over here, like the most crazy thing that most people were aware of was like some of the Grand Theft Auto games.
Yeah.
Like some of those had like some crazy, well, what we thought were crazy scenes. But then over in Japan, like they were just going absolutely fucking insane. Like releasing the fucking LSD Dream Emulator game that's super weird. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know that one.
Oh, it's the game where it's the game where like there's the only interaction you have with anything is you walk into things, and then okay, yeah, the only interaction you have with stuff is by walking into it. Like you can walk into like walls and objects and stuff.
Yeah.
And you just get like turbo teleported, like super randomly. Like there's like no consistency to the game, but like. Yeah, dude, you walk into stuff and, like, the environments, like, the textures for the environments will change. Like, sometimes everything will just be fucking plastered in, like, Japanese characters and stuff. And there's all kinds of fucking crazy areas and stuff that you can run into. Like, it's such a weird game.
Yeah.
But I love that game, dude. I had, on my old computer, I had, like, a ROM for it to emulate it.
Yeah.
Dude, the game was wild.
Yeah.
It was crazy wild.
That sounds wild.
It's not like scary or messed up. It's just like really fucking weird. Like
yeah.
It wouldn't have sold over here is why we didn't get it.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy how we have two different cultures and what we like and what we don't like. I mean, surprising that Katamari did really good over here. That's a weird game. That's a really weird game.
It is a weird game. I'm surprised we didn't end up. I'm surprised there wasn't like more of those.
Yeah.
I think there was a couple of them, but
they had weird controls. That was the thing. They had really fucking weird controls.
Yeah. It was just hard. I remember the controls were a similar level of weirdness to a GameCube game that I remember called. What was that fucking game called? Do you remember Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg?
Never heard of it.
Oh, well, it wasn't. It didn't really get popular because the fucking controls were like super awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a game kind of similar to. I don't really know what I'd compare it to. It was just weird as shit.
I mean, did you hear Glover? Glover was really weird and messed up.
Yeah, Glover. That's a crazy one.
Dude.
That's a game that's hard to emulate for some.
Dude, watching speedrunners. Okay, so watching a speedrunner that knows the glitches, game's easy. The game's so fucking easy for them. They literally just skip everything.
Oh, I bet.
They know how to like do something with the ball that makes them literally launch forward straight to the end. Like the camera can't even keep up. They're going so fast.
So that's kind of like what are those speedruns? Half-Life speedruns, I think. Like there's Half-Life. I don't know if it's Half-Life or if it's a game that I'm getting confused for one of the Half-Life games. But there's this one fucking game where like there's some weird mechanism that makes your character just go so fucking fast, and people are going faster than the camera is able to keep up with, so they're just going crazy.
Yeah, and they have to memorize what they're doing because they can't see their character.
Yeah.
Because they're going so fast.
Memorize, like what buttons to press where, basically.
And how to turn left and right and all that shit. Yeah, it's crazy. But then I tried to watch. I was like, I didn't like that speedrunner. I was like, okay, that's too dumb. I want to see someone really good with the ball, like doing crazy shit with it. So I watched a speedrunner that gets 100% done. No, that game's just fucking hard. Because the speedrunner is still struggling to fucking do the game. Like, he's good, but at the same time, like, you can see that there's no perfect way of doing any of this shit unless you're just cheating.
Right.
The controls, the fucking mechanics of the game were just stupid and broken.
That's a struggle, dude. Some games like look like they would be super awesome, but then you fucking like pick up the controller and you're like, what the fuck? Like,
right.
Like my character isn't even like doing the things that I'm telling it to do. Like I'm trying to tell it to do this, and that's just not what's happening.